Okay, hi, I'm Becklane, and every single time I'm Becklane, and I have a tickle in my throat. But I'm Becklane, this is Catalyst and Company, formerly Studio 120, but now Catalyst and Company, where we help each other become catalysts in each other's lives, and we're catalysts in our own lives. And hopefully we become the artists we've always wanted to be. Behind me is the painting Schwatzenbach and Mann. There are two women who lived in the early 20th century. Anne-Marie Schwatzenbach actually died in 1945, 46, somewhere in there, 47, from a head injury, which was surprising to me because she was opposed to the Nazis and she was vocal about it. She was deeply unafraid, as you can guess from this image, from the photographs and the information we have about her online. And Erica Mann was her cohort. You can read about their personal history, which I think is you can guess, you can assume correctly just from the image that you see before you. But they were two women that were absolutely fearless. They were writers, photographers. They traveled all over Europe. I know Schwatzenbach went to the United States at one point. I mean, there were really courageous women who dressed how they were comfortable. They dressed pretty androgynously, which was unheard of at the time. And I was talking to, or kind of communicating with a friend of mine this morning, and I said, can you imagine how free they would feel if they were alive now? They would feel extraordinarily free. They would feel extraordinarily free. However, we need courageous women. We need courageous people at different times and at just the right times to help propel us forward and not keep us mired in the cultural construct of the day. So these two women did it, and I'm kind of obsessed, especially with Anne-Marie Schwatzenbach. Just absolute genius, brilliant woman. I think she died at 34, so she died really young. But this is a painting I've showed several times. If you've seen it before, then you know. I went through and I changed all of the background. I changed the rug. I've changed lines that were framing them. I changed some shapes and some colors and really moved things around. But now I'm happy with them. I was not happy with them for a very, very long time. I mean, this sleeve and the jacket feels kind of clunky, but I'm gonna leave it. I'm very, very comfortable with this being out in the world, which I wasn't before. But I am very comfortable. I love this section over here, the arm of the chair that Erica is sitting on. I'm enamored with my own work. I'm enamored with the wicker chairs, which have multiple layers. As you know, I start off with black and white gesso, then I do aerosols, and then it's layering of oils. So it's taken me a couple of years to get to the point where I don't feel like apologizing for this existing in the world. But now I'm pretty happy. I'm very happy with it, actually. Very happy with the way it came out. I know that the camera isn't really collecting or recording quite as much detail or quite as much color as I would like. In person, there's a lot more layers. You can see the layers, you can see the colors, you can feel them. But I do like that the images now pop, because I went around and used a mix of a really dark blue, transparent earth red, and Mars black in different places, mixed them in and went around and made lines, and that made everything come out much bolder. I think before, and I added lines up there too, dark lines and dark shadows up there. I think before, I went at it almost apologetically. I don't know, there's a feeling, I don't know if you experience this, but there are times when I'm painting when I feel a lilt. I feel like I'm lilting. I'm almost apologizing for the lines and almost apologizing for the colors. That's the best way I can describe it. But now we've come at it completely unapologetically. Even the odd angles that Erica is at, that is how she is in the reference material in the photograph. So we're sticking with it and we're making her bolder so that it expresses her character a little bit more too. So I'm super excited about that. The other thing I'm excited about, well, wait a minute. First God, this happens every time. I've been waiting for funding on 2 different projects, on 2 different very big projects. One of them is a mural project, and I think we started talking about it 4 or 5 months ago, so I'm still waiting for funding on that. And then I have another one I've been waiting 2 months for funding on, and I've just kind of reached the end of any canvases I have. So I'm taking artwork like this that I'm not particularly happy with and reworking them. Making them into the paintings I always wanted them to be or knew they could be if I stopped being afraid and apologizing for the work. I just went ahead and did it. So we're waiting on the funding on those 2 things. I'm working on several paintings that have just kind of irritated me. I say this in a lot of videos lately. I don't want to die. I don't want something horrible and tragic to happen, like I get eaten by an alligator while I'm walking around Sarasota, and have all this work left behind that I'm kind of ashamed of in a little bit of a way, that I'm not pleased with, and I'm not, oh, look I made this thing. I don't want to leave work like that behind, so I am reworking things, and here we go. But I'm also, again, doing a lot of stuff on Instagram, and I'm having so much fun rephotographing things and posting them. I used to do this on Facebook, post things to music, post progression videos. And as you know, if you did this before, or you've seen mine before, you know that YouTube took down the slideshow app. You haven't been able to do it for several years, so I've been making these videos and I just want to make a slideshow and show the work. Just show it. Well, a friend showed me how to do it on Instagram, so I've been photographing work and showing it and making basically tiny ads for myself on Instagram. If you don't know how to make Instagram Reels yet, just look it up on YouTube. I'm not going to tell you because it's a little complicated, and you just have to get the basics down and then hone it. And I can't say I've honed it perfectly, but I'm pretty happy with the stuff I've been doing. I just photographed my portrait of drag artist Twidgy Fissure that I did a few years ago. I've got Twidgy right over here. Rephotographed, oh God, only when I come on camera does this happen. Rephotographed her and put pictures from the painting up to Sylvester's song, You Make Me Feel. You make me feel mighty real. That song. I've also used Tom Waits. I've used Rufus Wainwright. I've used You and Me from Victor Victoria. I made a video using that today. And it's made me feel so excited and so much happier about working online than I have in a long time. So I would strongly suggest that you learn how to make reels. I'm finding it fun. Periodically, I'll pull a popular song out, one that a lot of users are using in their reels. I'll download the audio for it or save the audio for it and tag a post with that. But most of them are random things that I like, obscure things that I know and I happen to like and I think would work with the paintings. So on those videos, on the ones where I'm using more obscure things like Sylvester, which isn't that obscure but fairly obscure in today's market, or Tom Waits, or You and Me from Victor Victoria, that's not something you're going to see every day in popular reels, but it's okay. I'm gonna do what I do here and on Facebook and everywhere else. I'm gonna do it my way. I'm gonna do it my way, not somebody else's way. I'm not dancing and lip singing in front of the camera. I'm not mouthing somebody else's word. I'm not copying what other artists are doing. I'm doing it my way. And so it feels honest and genuine and hopefully fun, and we get to engage on a more fun level. Now, something else, speaking of, doing things my way, I've had many, many, many conversations lately with people about my work, about staying the course in doing my work. And they're liberating because they're validating. I had a great conversation last night with a friend of mine up in Pawtucket, and we were talking about many, many, many issues, and he's trying to help me out. He's showing my artwork. And he's been saying to me for years, okay, this is very bold of me, very egotistical, or arrogant, but he's been saying he's been saying this to me for years. You're the genuine article. You're a true artist. And last night he said, you could be one of those big shooting flames, which is, it's really nice. Sorry, but it is nice to hear. And the funny thing is, he introduced me to a college or to an instructor at a college in Rhode Island. And now I've done my second talk with them about art representation and art. We've talked about all kinds of things having to do with art, my paintings, why I do what I do. And the instructor said something really marvelous to me. She said, when he recommended you, he said to me, you are the real deal. You live and breathe painting and art. That's it. And when this fellow was talking to me last night, he said, and a couple nights ago, he said, you're very, okay, you're gonna have to excuse me again, here it comes out, but he said, you are the artist that other people dream of being. And you will spend money on paint before you'll buy food. And oftentimes I get, as you know, I get very, very down. I get very, very frustrated because I have bills. I have to buy food. I have to do all this stuff. But hearing that, really hearing it and feeling it, if you're in this position, hear it and really feel the compliments or the comments that people have. And as I soak them in and I reflect on them, usually with my mouth shut and in private, I think, I am the artist I've always wanted to be. What a gift. What a gift. I am the artist I've always wanted to be. Now, I always wish I was selling more, because we do like having a roof over our head and we do like being able to eat. But really, how incredible to be able to wake up every day and paint. All right, I guess that's it. I've patted myself on the back enough today. But think about doing Instagram Reels. I've got almost 17,000 brand new eyes watching me. Not many new followers, but I've gotten some. I've gotten new followers from New York, from several cities that I aspire to visit and show in. So it just adds another level of potential and opportunity if you learn how to work Instagram a little bit better and other social media, blah, 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 blah. All right, I'm going to go. Ready, Carrie? Here we go. Oh, sorry. So I'm Becklane. This is Catalyst & Company. If you would like to help support Catalyst & Company, there are links down below. Links to Cash App, PayPal, let's see, TeePublic, where you can buy images of my work on mugs and stuff. Oh, and I made a funny video about TeePublic, but that's another thing. TeePublic, I don't know, everything, and Patreon where you can supply monthly support, and that's really appreciated. Patreon where you can supply monthly support, and you get little rewards at the end. Anyway, that's it. All right, Carrie, here we go. Ready? Ciao. Meow, meow, meow. Go be the artist you've always wanted to be. Meow, boink.